Hey guys, Lexi here. This morning I got a phone call from a friend of mine, someone who I haven't heard from in a while. And I answered the phone like I normally do, pretty cheery voice, asking them how they are. I was really looking forward to hearing from her. I hadn't heard from her in a while. But instead of being greeted back with that, oh, hi, how are you? I'm great. She greeted me back with pain in her voice. And she got straight to the point. She said, I hate to ask you this, but I really need some help. She was having a lot of pain in her back. She couldn't move, hardly move at all. And she was hoping that I could help her with some energy work, which of course I can, and maybe get some messages and some intuitive guidance as to what's going on with her back. So, of course, I'm sitting out here in my yard, just enjoying the birds and the butterflies when she called. And I asked her, I was like, well, how long has this been going on? Because we're actually pretty good friends, even though we don't talk all the time. And she told me it had been going on for weeks. The pain had just been building until now she could hardly move. So my first question was, well, why didn't you call me sooner? I live only 20 minutes away. I could come physically help as well as help, with all the energy work and the intuitive guidance and stuff too. And her reply was, well, I felt really guilty for needing help, and I didn't want to be a burden on you. So I didn't want to call you because I didn't want you to feel obligated to have to help me because we're friends. So I wanted to bring up this little story from this morning because I want to make some points about this. So often, so many of us do not ask for help when we need it. We often wait until we're in dire straits, extreme pain, or in a real bind before we ask for help. We feel like we're not worth the help. We feel like we're a burden to someone else. We don't want them to feel obligated. And we put all these assumptions on what asking for help means. Maybe it means we're not strong enough, we're not independent enough, we should be able to help ourselves, heal ourselves, do simple tasks ourselves. So we don't ask for help. And I wanted to shift this a little bit, as I did with my friend this morning, because I was happy to help. I don't see it as a burden at all. If I could not help her for some reason, I would just tell her, I can't help you right now. And that would be that. I'm not gonna take on a burden. And even if I did, it's still, none of her business. If she needed to ask for help and I was offering help, then great, take it. If someone else feels obligated to help you, well, that's on them. That's not on you. If you need help, you ask for help. So a different way to look at asking for help too is, how are the people who are asking it, how are we helping others by asking for their help? Because when we take on this idea that asking for help is a burden to others, that we shouldn't bother other people, that we shouldn't inconvenience other people, we are not actually opening ourselves up to a bigger, broader perspective of how we are all working together. We are all co-creating together and helping each other. So, well, I'll tell you right now what I told her on the phone and in person, because I did go down there and actually physically help her with some stuff since she couldn't move very well. First and foremost, when someone asks me if I can help them, when they need some help, it allows me to open up my heart in a way that I don't get to do too often, right? Because when we ask someone for help, the other person most likely is wanting to give help, is wanting to be of service, is wanting to help people. That's one of the ways we share love. When we ask for help, we're allowing other people to love us. We get to be the receivers of that love, right? We can choose to look at it as a burden, or we can choose to look at it as we're helping other people share more love. I feel really good helping other people. I'm sure you do too. Why not ask for help once in a while, even if you're not in dire straits, and allow people to help you. Allow people to share that love. It uplifts us all. You get what you're needing, the other person gets what they're needing. It helps us all. Another way that asking for help today in particular helped me is she asked me if I would do some energy healing work for her. And I did this distance, and then I also went to her house and did some hands-on healing. Now, again, she apologized to me because she didn't want to be such a burden, but she was in a lot of pain. Again, of course, no apology was needed. I love to help. And what I told her is that when I get to do energy work for somebody and do some energy clearing for them, it's not just for them. It helps me too, because I get to connect to source and ground in that meditative state. I get to bring through the energy, and all the clearing and shifting I do for other people does it for me too. It does it for my energy field as well. And I feel better and I feel more uplifted because I was now in that meditative, grounded, present moment state. So when people want sessions with me, or even just ask me, for help with energy work, especially when it's friends and family, it's not a burden at all. If I can't do it right then, I'll tell them. But I actually get uplifted myself. I actually feel better myself. So when you're asking someone to maybe give you a type of service or something, or asking them for help in a specific way, you actually are helping them, even if you don't understand how you're helping them. And in this particular instance, that's how it was helping me. It was helping me with my energy field, with my grounding, with uplifting me. I felt so much lighter and so much better after doing her energy session. It was awesome. It was amazing. So next time you need help, ask for help. It may feel a bit uncomfortable, especially because we're taught to be independent. We really are taught that there is value in doing things yourselves and being strong and being, not having to depend on anybody. But we're all human. We all depend on each other. It's okay. It's what we're supposed to do. We're all here to help uplift each other, support each other. When I was doing her distance healing session, she texted me in between it, and she's like, because I had offered to come over, and she said, no, I don't want to inconvenience you. So I was doing her session distance, and she texted me and she goes, you know what? I really would love it if you came over, with a bunch of hearts at the end. And so after I was done with the distance healing, I actually brought it here. I grabbed some tea. So pretty, show you guys. It's just a bunch of herbs I put together. I grabbed some tea because I thought, you know what? I haven't seen her in a while. And what would I like from a friend if I was just wanting someone to support me and someone to help me and be around me? I thought, how awesome is it to just kind of share some tea? It's got some chamomile, some lavender, some rose, some mint. It's just an uplifting, really nice way to just go visit a friend and just be there for them, Even if the only help you give them is just being there present with them. Just being there, you don't even have to do anything. Sometimes we just want someone there to listen to us or to spend time with us. So I brought some tea over, and it was really awesome. I had actually never had tea with this friend before, and it was a really fun, warming experience. She started to feel better just having somebody there, just knowing she was loved with what she was going through. And I got to share that too, and it uplifted me as well. So yeah, when you're asking for help, you're helping the world. You're helping more than just yourself. You're making it okay for people to open up their hearts and to give and receive and have that flow between human beings, between loved ones. So please, if you need help with anything, even if you're not in dire straits, even if you're just say you're just not wanting to do the dishes, and you have, your child at home who's old enough, or your husband or wife or partner or whoever, say you're not wanting to do the dishes, ask for help. Just because you're capable of doing something doesn't mean that you have to or you should. There are plenty of times where I just don't feel like doing, dishes or cooking dinner or doing laundry, and I'll ask someone else, like, hey, you know what, can you help me with this? I could do it myself, but I don't want to. I want to take care of my own well-being, and right now there's something else I want to do. So ask for help. You just never know. The worst someone can say is, no, I don't want to help you, or not right now. And that doesn't mean anything either. It doesn't. So I hope you guys are all having a good day and getting the help that you want, need, and deserve. Bye, guys.